Disney's 1993 contemporary classic, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, is now available to buy on 4K disc, sporting a brand new remaster. In this video, I'll showcase a brief unboxing, compare the new 4K remaster to the old HD master, and take a look at the included bonus features, weighing how it all stacks up against the previous Blu-ray issues. Nightmare Before Christmas 4K arrives in a very simple yet very nice slipcover. The movie arrives as an Ultimate Collector's Edition and features a big head style shot of Jack Skellington, heavily embossed against a large yellow moon, which features a very nice metallic shimmer. It's a mostly matte slip with a few glossy elements, including Jack himself. Spines are very simple as well, featuring the film's logo on a matte background and a nice little icon of Jack down the bottom. The back of the slip offers the same design elements, a mostly matte presentation with a few glossy and holofoil elements. Again, it's very simple, offering up a single image and some details and specs. Of course, the Amaray case showcases the same artwork and holds the movie on 2 discs, a 4K and a Blu-ray. There's also a digital code bundled in here as well for those who'd like a digital copy. If you'd like to pick the movie up, I've left Amazon affiliate links down below in the comments and the description. Nightmare Before Christmas isn't my favourite holiday movie, and in fact, it's never one that's been an annual tradition for me, perhaps because Halloween has never really been a thing in Australia, and this feels so far and away from really any kind of Christmas classic. But when I do watch it, it is a very welcome addition to my Christmas viewing. The early work of Tim Burton has always really appealed to me though. His visual style, his comedically macabre stories, his grotesque yet relatable characters, and I feel no other movie really screams Tim Burton quite like Nightmare. It's really ironic in that case that this movie wasn't even directed by Burton, but the wonderfully talented Henry Selick. Nightmare is easily amongst my favourite stop-motion animations. The characters are great, the story is fun and quirky, and the music is surprisingly very enjoyable. It's also a visual feast, making for welcome viewing. Unlike some of Disney's more recent 4K remasters, Nightmare has never had an overly controversial release history on Blu-ray. There have been a number of major releases on the format, including the debut Collector's Edition from 2008, the 3D edition from 2011, and more recently the 25th Anniversary Sing-Along Edition from 2018. Each of these releases have included the same, now 15-year-old HD master. This never particularly looked bad, and has been long held as a very good master. However, so long into the format, it's obvious that the movie did have room for improvement. As such, Disney has returned to the original camera elements for a brand new 4K scan and remaster, which includes a new cleanup job and an HDR grading pass, all approved by director Selick. Unfortunately, unlike the recent Cinderella 4K release, the included Blu-ray disc features the old master and not the new one. It's a bit of a disappointing move, which also means I haven't been able to capture the video of the new master to include in this review. I have, however, sourced some 4K screen caps from online to help give a comparison. The 4K remaster of Nightmare isn't exactly a revelation, given the previous master was very good to begin with, but a new scan has really helped the movie look better than it ever has. In comparison, the new master makes the movie look a lot brighter. What few colours there are speckled around are bright and vibrant, juxtaposing gorgeously against incredibly deep black levels, deeper than ever before. The previous master had a tendency to look a little murky and washed out in some instances, though some may argue that that aesthetic actually suited the film. Now we have a beautifully balanced presentation that, in my opinion, packs an extra punch. Finer details are also more evident in the new master. Of course, this comes down to the new scan, which has captured fine elements from the film, but is also in large part thanks to Disney's restoration and preservation team finally laying off the digital noise removal. There are absolutely no signs of a DNR pass on this one, leaving the entire image crisp and full of detail. The previous release did have an overall soft appearance in general. Again, thanks to the lack of DNR here, the film retains an inherently filmic look with a beautiful fine grain field. Disney hasn't given Nightmare a new Atmos track, as with many of their releases. However, it does present the previous 7.1 Dolby True HD track, which is perfect to begin with. Songs sound fantastic, Danny Elfman's score is big, wide and booming, and the overall sound design is highly immersive. I can't imagine what else could have been done here in Atmos, particularly given Disney's Atmos tracks can be a little bit controversial. Overall, it's incredibly hard to imagine this movie looking or sounding any better than it does right here. Once again, solidifying Disney's recent remastering efforts as an industry standard, something that I'm so glad to finally be able to say. As for special features, Disney has expectedly not offered up any new material here at all, instead simply throwing in the previous 2018 sing-along edition. Naturally, the Blu-ray disc allows the ability to play the sing-along version of the movie, which simply features animated lyrics popping up on the screen during the musical sequences. Never something that's been of any interest to me, but I know that some, particularly the younger ones, do like these. We have the 25-minute making of Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a very nice doco delving into the creative process behind the movie and giving a look into the conceptual and developmental stages of production, including some great footage of the miniatures and a fantastic look at the stop-motion filming. As a feature that comes from the DVD era, this is one of Disney's more in-depth and essential docos. There's a great handful of deleted scenes, some are presented as storyboard sequences, giving a nice look at the film's creative vision, though there are a selection that are fully animated. Some are simply visual gag pieces, but a couple of them are relatively long and fairly lavish. There's a nice 4-minute storyboard to film comparison, which gives a look at the finished film against original concept pieces. Additionally, we get a beautifully animated storybook version of Tim Burton's original Nightmare Before Christmas poem, upon which the movie was based, narrated by the master of horror performance himself, Christopher Lee. There's the fantastic 40-minute Jack's Haunted Mansion holiday tour feature, also spawning from the 2008 Blu-ray, which not only gives a walkthrough of Disneyland's Haunted Mansion attraction, but gives a great history of the attraction and an insightful behind-the-scenes look at its annual Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. We also get one of Tim Burton's early live-action short films, 1984's Frankenweenie, which would go on to inspire another of his stop-motion feature endeavours. There's a couple of marketing showcases featuring a slideshow of original posters and 2 of the film's original trailers, as well as a scene selection option to view the movie's songs independently from the movie. And of course, the disc presents the 2008 audio commentary featuring Burton, Selleck and Elfman. There's a few archival bonus that have been left off this release, including The Worlds of Tim Burton, essentially a large selection of concept art slideshow galleries, an additional audio commentary from the 2000 DVD featuring Selleck and cinematographer Pete Kozachilt, which has never made its way onto Blu-ray, an 18-second film intro by Burton, an additional deleted scene, and strangely, another of Burton's early films, 1982 stop-motion horror Vincent, which has actually been included in every previous release, including 2018's sing-along edition. These are all reasonably minor omissions and shouldn't deter you away from this otherwise incredibly comprehensive release, though if you do have earlier editions of the film on Blu-ray or DVD, you may want to hold on to them if features mean a lot to you, as they should. Overall, Disney's 4K release of Nightmare is simply the most definitive release of the movie we are likely to find on home media. The new remaster is incredibly welcome, and despite a small omission of bonus from much earlier releases, this is also the most comprehensive release of the movie we could hope for. If you are a fan of the movie or a Disney 4K enthusiast, this release should be a no-brainer. Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas 4K is well and truly worth the upgrade. Once again, don't forget I have left Amazon affiliate links down below if you'd like to purchase the movie. And at that, I want to know your thoughts on Nightmare Before Christmas, and if you're excited to get your hands on the physical disc. If you already have, what are your thoughts on the new remaster? As always, join the conversation down in the comments below.